The Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings series are now tied at 2-2. To be honest, it has been quite a fascinating matchup, and I'm loving the physicality between the players and the fan bases. While Game 5 is set to take place tonight, there is a glaring question for the Golden State Warriors this offseason, and that is, should they extend Draymond Green? Being second-round pick, Draymond's success is closely correlated with the system and the culture Golden State has built. Being a smaller-sized power forward, no one already had an eye on Draymond until the Golden State Warriors got there. Nonetheless, these few years with Golden State, Draymond did not disappoint. 4-time All-Star selection, 4-time NBA champions, 2-time All-NBA team, 7-time All-NBA defensive team, and 1 Defensive Player of the Year. But the problems are also there. Oftentimes, Draymond Green is viewed with bad temper and flagrant fouls on the court. If we also consider the fact that Draymond is now 33 years old, it adds more layers of concerns. In today's video, we'll break things down from every possible angle and talk about if the Golden State Warriors should extend Draymond Green this offseason. So without further ado, let's roll the intro.
Hi. I'm on my match in the dark. 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 I'm on my match.
Yo, what's up guys, Jason's here back with another video. If it's your first time watching, I cover news and reports for every single team in the league. If you want the latest basketball news and rumors on your feed, all you gotta do is to leave a like and subscribe so that you won't miss any of my future upload. Now, I want to start the video by talking about money. At the end of the day, if the money is right, I have no problem extending Draymond Green. Back in 2019, the Golden State Warriors gave Draymond a 4-year, $100 million extension. Now, Draymond got this number right here after a 3-year of consecutive All-Star selection, and he was only in his late 20s. We have reports from last offseason that, quote, Green wants and believes he deserves a maximum contract extension from the Warriors of 4 years in length. To put that into number, that would be a 4-year, $164.2 million extension. Just based on this number alone, there is no way I'm extending Draymond Green. In my opinion, for that kind of number, we're looking at a player who is extremely good in multiple categories, or is at least good in all categories. Draymond, at the age of 32 years old, has very limited room for improvement. This year, Green is averaging 8.5 points, 7.2 rebounds, 6.8 assists, and 1 steal per game, while shooting 30.5% behind the arc. So the truth is, this is basically the ceiling for Draymond Green. Even if we look at Draymond's defensive numbers, you can see here that his defensive rating has been falling off dramatically from last time he got that extension. As we mentioned before, Draymond Green was that 4-year, $164 million deal, which is an average of $41 million per year. If we take a look at this current season, $41 million per year is equivalent to players like Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis, Dame, and so on, who are all superstars. And Draymond Green, on the other hand, is nowhere close to the caliber of these players above. And furthermore, if I look at the Warriors cap room as a whole, Draymond's contract will ruin the team. Let's take a look at next season alone. Steph Curry has a $52 million cap hit, Clay $43 million, Jordan Poole $27.4 million, and Wiggins, who are to take a pay cut, $24.3 million. And look, behind all these players, the Warriors have no depth. When talking about some of the better teams in the NBA, none of them are top heavy like the Golden State Warriors. If you look at the Golden State roster as a whole, there isn't a single player that has a cap hit in between 10 and 20 million, meaning extending Draymond Green will make the depth issue even worse. Even if we move on to the year after that, first of all, Clay is a free agent, and plus, Curry's cap hit goes up to 56, Jordan Poole's cap hit goes up to nearly 30, and Wiggins goes up to 26. And you have to think about extending Kuminga and Moody, but also taking care of the incoming rookies and veteran players. So purely from a contract and team cap room perspective, giving Draymond Green that big of a contract does not make any sense. Now, before we move on, there is one more thing I want to point out, and that is Draymond's relationship with his teammates. We all know him back then, yelling at Kevin Durant and stuff like that, but that punch he threw on Jordan Poole during practice was straight up unacceptable. You can argue that the Golden State Warriors should keep Draymond Green because of the chemistry, but if you were to ask me, I think that chemistry and locker room presence are fading away at a pretty fast level. But again, we're breaking things down from a fan perspective, so let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. Now, aside from the financial perspective we talked about earlier, I want to talk about Draymond Green the player. Right off the bat, don't get me wrong here, Draymond Green played a critical role in Warriors dynasty success, but there is one thing I have to emphasize first. Draymond is the textbook definition of a system player. We're talking about a 6'6" power forward who has no threat behind the arc and cannot create his own shots. Sounds kind of weird in the modern NBA, right? Well, with guys like Steph and Klay on the team, Draymond's weaknesses get hidden by a significant level, while his playmaking ability gets glorified. Even if we talk about the defensive side of the ball, Draymond's speed and mobility will only get worse as he ages. To be honest, if we put aside his skill sets, one more thing I have to emphasize here is his fouling problems. Personally, I'm a fan of Draymond Green and you always want a guy on your team that's tough like that. However, there's consequence that comes with it. This season, Draymond tied up with Dillon Brooks at 18 technical fouls, ranking the highest among the entire NBA. If I give you that $41 million per year contract, I'd expect you to play every single night on a high level. I'm gonna give you guys two examples here to see how detrimental this is a problem for Draymond Green. Back in 2016 NBA Finals against the Cavaliers, if Draymond didn't have those flagrant fouls, it's safe to say Golden State will win the title that season, especially with that 3-1 lead. Even if we bring ourselves to the present, on Game 2 against the Kings, Draymond Green stepped on Sabonis' chest. While it's arguable who is wrong and who is right, the consequence is still there and Draymond got suspended regardless. So this further proves my point that there is no way I give a player $41 million a year with this kind of issues on the court. And plus, in Game 3 when the Golden State Warriors was missing Draymond, they not only won the game, but Kevon Looney also nearly perfectly replaced Draymond Green that game with 4 points, 20 rebounds, 9 assists. So in some ways, it proves that Draymond Green is not a necessity for Warriors' success. Now, for every player, it's understandable if things heat up once or twice every season, but this seems like a trend that comes with Draymond every single year. If things go well with the rest of the playoffs, it might change my opinions, but if not, I think it's pretty much set in stone. There's currently 1 year left on Draymond Green's contract, a player option worth at $27 million. To be honest, I wish Draymond Green opt out of that and becomes a free agent. After these few seasons, I'm pretty solidified on the idea that it's time to let go of Draymond. With this money, the Warriors can either let him get a frontcourt player or get a few very solid bench contributors to push for next season. I gotta say, this is a tough take for me to make after years of watching Draymond Green as a Warriors fan. But I think this is the final run for Draymond on this Warriors team. Alright guys, that's all we got for today's video. Do you think the Golden State Warriors will extend Draymond Green this offseason? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on social media with all the links in the description box down below. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.